We are on our way to Hawaii.
Yeah, and sometimes we eat sand.
Not this trip.
Well, we eat sand in the sky.
Let's see, what do we have here? It's 10:14 a.m. Monday the 6th. Are you guys ready to go play in the sand in Hawaii?
Yeah, and eat the sand.
And eat the sand. So, anyway, we've got
We're not eating sand.
lots of bags.
But sand is delicious.
It's been a lot of prep.
A lot of prep. Mostly Stacy.
A lot of prep for this, like, total of 9 hours in the air, I think.
9 hours in the air.
8 or
Yikes.
9. Yeah.
All right, so wish us luck with the kids.
Yes. Thank goodness Amy and Jamie are coming. They can help.
Say Hawaii.
Say Hawaii.
Hawaii for my sand.
How's it going?
Yeah, I'm still reading it.
Having fun?
I don't like flying.
Hawaii, here we go.
We're in Arizona.
See how comfy he is.
Yeah, we'll take off in about a year. This part.
Just landed in Hawaii. Finally.
7 hours later.
Asking the sun to nourish this planet. We're gonna pule, prayer. Everybody on the boat, kako, pule kako, meaning our prayers from all of us, it is to all of this. Aloha mai ke akua, ke kini akua, amakua, na kapuna. Mahalo nui loa, na makana I ke ola, e ho'opo mai kai.
Oh, I think they are.
Right when you looked at me, they all came to the surface.
We're here at Joan Ocean's ranch. Be careful. Marissa.
Is that the Kona? That's the Kona there, isn't it?
Little girl loves the animals.
Yeah.
She wants to work with animals.
The animals are going to be glad to have her doing that kind of work. So you got to talk to Ken a little bit.
Yes, we got everything ironed out.
Oh, good. That's
I love that ET.
Yeah. Don't go too far, baby.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to get off of it. It hurts. Ow, another rock. Another one right there. Ow!
Don't say the drink. Like seagull crap across your head.
Get the brace on him. You want to stay put? Are you okay?
Get the camera off. Okay. I'm recording. In the emergency room again. Looks like I broke my foot. I'm about to get an x-ray. Here's my x-ray. See the fracture right there. metatarsal. So, I'm going to be hopping along for a little while, 6 weeks. Just about to do my presentation for Joan Ocean's ranch and her guests. And then when I get home, I have to go right to Boulder to shoot Cosmic Disclosure, Beyond Belief, and do a few other things.
Turn right on Manalaho Bypass Road.
Not a good time for it to have happened.
Not a good time for a break.
Our dear friend Corey Goode will be speaking first. And he's my friend, he's your friend, he's a friend to humanity.
Well, it's my pleasure to come up and give the formal introduction to Corey Goode. Corey has been revealing his experiences since late 2014, early 2015, and the effect he's had really has been very much, I guess, electric, being a catalyst for many people who previously didn't really have any great interest in UFOs, extraterrestrial life, government cover-ups, all of this. Now more and more documents are coming forward actually confirming important aspects of what Corey has said. And the latest book that's just come out is the US Navy Secret Space Program. It goes over a lot of the documentation that corroborates essentially the core of what Corey has been saying for over 2 years now. So the documents are still coming out, and I think what's going to occur is that the documents will show that all of the things Corey has been revealing are anchored in very deep truths, and so we need to pay attention. And everyone here, thank you for coming and being conduits for other people in this community and your friends and family learning about Corey and this information. So it's my great delight to introduce Corey Goode.
Thank you. So first of all, I'd like to thank Roger and Renee who helped me put together this presentation. We're trying to make every one of our presentations completely different. So if you see a presentation one time, it should be totally different the next time you see it. What is the inner earth? My first, I guess, introduction to any of the inner earth information was on the smart glass pad. And for those of you who don't watch the show, it was a plexiglass-like pad that if you found it on the ground, you would think it was unremarkable. But there was a bio-neural interface component that worked with it, where it would show you what you wanted by thinking it, and it would show you in your language, and you would get three-dimensional displays off of it. It was like a dumb terminal that connected to a database of all of this information.
We can activate people, we can help detox them, we can help to deprogram them by just holding love and just respect and compassion for the challenge of being this betrayed. It's very hard for people to handle the fact that we've been this betrayed. But some of us can handle it, and it's okay, but it doesn't mean that we're not emotional and that we don't have a hard time. So this is the kind of group that really holds space for love, and I just appreciate it, because I've had a really hard time, and I don't feel judgment from people, and I just feel a lot of support. And thank you, Corey, because every once in a while I Skype message him, and I'm just freaking out, and I'm just like, I'm sorry about it, and I remove the message. He's been just an absolute angel, and I'm just honor you so much for what you do, and your work, and you, Joan, and everybody. It's just insane how much I love you guys. So thank you. That's my story.
But in my Mars experiences, I actually analyzed 4 inches of French intelligence documents in the French language, along with a fellow future President, Barack Obama, and Regina Dugan, who would become the first woman to direct DARPA, about the humanoid civilization on Mars. Okay, there is an existing indigenous humanoid civilization there. We've been going there since we sent astronauts in 1964. So one of the things I want to clarify is that my life story is sort of the historical precursor to accounts by individuals like Corey Goode and Randy Kramer. Now on the personal level, my father made a decision which was pretty much prompted by government intervention. He was approached when I was in kindergarten and told that I had to be in Project Pegasus, which was the umbrella program under DARPA, begun in the mid-1960s, to kind of put everything that would yield a time-space capability into an intelligence umbrella. That included information from the Babylonian, Sumerian, and Egyptian experiments with time travel. That involved foreign technology, such as the Nazi German and Soviet Russian experimentation with time travel. Extraterrestrial technology recovered through ET crash retrieval and ET human liaison that was beginning then in the 1970s. And also a major contribution by contemporary physicists like Walter Russell, T. Thompson Brown, and especially Nikola Tesla. My principal goal has been to do what Michael's doing, which is prove the historicity of these events. They're so far out that I want the whole common culture to understand really two major areas of knowledge. The first is, we have a human right as part of the common heritage of our identity as human beings to know the true technical history of our civilization, such as the fact that the US government achieved time travel in 1970, and I will narrate for you the 8 modalities of time travel that I was personally and directly involved with for those 4 years in my childhood, from 1968 to 72 in DARPA's Project Pegasus. I dare say that we also have a human right as part of the common heritage of humanity to know the true technical history of the cosmos that we inhabit. Well, I have the privilege of appearing here not just with Laura, but with Corey Goode and Michael.
Although my name is Ocean, as most of you know, I had no connection to the ocean. I didn't know how to swim. And through Jean-Luc's art, which combined pictures of paintings of dolphins and sacred geometry, I was so moved by his art and his images that it just awakened in me this feeling that I had to get into the ocean, and never connected that was my last name, and maybe that was a little clue. I didn't know how to swim. So I did become involved then with traveling around with Jean-Luc and telling stories about dolphins and meditation and presenting his art.
So with regards to your multi-generation experiment, how was this instigated? By humans, inner Earth, ETs? And how are you doing with all of this? How do you stay peaceful and loving despite everything that you've experienced?
Well, the multi-generational program that I was born into, it was a human operation, but they were using a lot of technology that had been imparted to them by non-terrestrials. And some of the non-terrestrials were loosely guiding some of it. You know, it's pretty difficult because I'm getting to a point now where some of my family's just now starting to find out about it, and I feel the major conversation is about to occur. A real private family, very secretive family, it always has been, military family. Me talking publicly about one of my grandfathers going during World War II, being brought into Operation White Coat, to where they were given viruses that contained genetic code, that they can use viruses to invade your body to force genetic changes. And the people in the government saw us as government property. Now, a lot of the people in my family are going to have a lot of problems with what I'm saying. Even on my father's side of the family, where it was common knowledge that my grandfather was a part of this very secretive program, the White Coat, Operation White Coat. Now, that's how it started. When it comes to me, how do I stay grounded, not get angry about it? It's been such a part of my life since, I'm 5, 6 years old, that it just became life. Now, the person that you see now is not the same person that was in those programs. And when I came out, dealing with the PTSD of a lot of the stuff I had to do, I was not a person that people of your sort would want to associate with. I was drinking a lot. I was known for getting in fights. I was definitely on a wrong, destructive path. And a lot of it was because I never could deal with all the stuff I had been through. I couldn't even tell my wife. We've been married this month 24 years. I wasn't able to tell her until just a few years ago when we started the show. She read this book, I can't remember the author's name, How to Change the Habit of Being Yourself. And she had a download, and she's never been into anything esoteric or, any of it. 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, if I had told her the things that I have told the world, she would have grabbed my kids and moved back with her parents 3 states away. Like that. So this awakening she had, that book being the catalyst, opened the way for all this to be able to occur. Because I would not have come forward the way I am about my family if I knew it would, alienate them. Breaking the habit of being yourself. And what's his name again? Dr. Joe Dispenza.
We would love to get an idea of your opinion of how full disclosure would play out initially and how it would affect life as we know it.
Yeah, and a lot of people have come to the conclusion that I support a partial disclosure narrative, which absolutely do not. I've been working for the opposite. But people in this community need to fully realize what we're asking for. A full disclosure event is going to be one of the most traumatic things that ever happened to the population of this planet. It's not, we're not going to hear the information, look at our neighbor, and then hold hands with them and start singing Kumbaya. Everyone is going to be, if they get full disclosure, not just there are aliens, but all the crimes against humanity that have occurred to hide that, and about the technologies that have been around. I've watched family members die of diseases that I know they could cure. So this is going to be a very painful, upsetting time, even for us who think that we're so much further ahead of everyone else. But all evolution happens in stress. And unless we are willing to just rip off the Band-Aid, there's always going to be an opportunity for them to control us or change the narrative of disclosure if they're just giving us partial information. And a lot of the people on the good side and the bad side have a lot of information that they want to hide that they don't want made public. So they are pushing 100% for a partial disclosure. It's up to people like us to realize that we're using all these political things to make us at each other's throats. It's divide and conquer. It's what they've always done. We always fall for it. Always. And if we can turn some of that raw emotion into protesting the government and saying, we want this technology that could have saved my aunt, this technology, that, all of this, make it about the technology. We want this information out. If we all start working on that, then we will see movement. But we can't seem to muster things to do it because they keep dividing us and conquering us, using our different belief systems or ideologies against other people and against ourselves. Until we can, if we can come together and start to do, really start hitting these mass meditations, that the meditation effect is really changing the world, and it has the ability to. It's been scientifically proven. If we start doing that, as well as showing up on the streets demanding answers, we'll probably more likely get to a full disclosure type of scenario. Otherwise, if we sit back and just wait for the government to tell us, we're going to get what they want us to know when they want us to know it, and that's it.
Have you had any visits from ET or Inner Earth friends during your stay in Hawaii?
I did have a meeting with Kari in the construct the day after I broke my foot. When they've been on me about always maintaining my vibration. They don't have a problem if I have a glass of wine or a beer every once in a while, you know, as long as I don't get inebriated. They definitely don't want me drinking alcohol. And when I was here, I was having a little bit of vacation juice, you know. And I guess the first day I was here, I didn't get the point. I was standing out, having drinks with Amy and Jamie and my kids, and I fall. My knee buckles and I fall, and I jacked my wrist up, my forearm. I think I actually have a fracture in this finger. My hands were so swollen I couldn't close them. I didn't get the point. And then 2 days later, and something told me that that's what it had to do with, but I blew it off. 2 days later, I'm at the beach, drinking more vacation juice, and then I'm standing on the beach, and all of a sudden, I'm turning, and all of a sudden my foot cracks, and I fall for no, I couldn't figure out what had happened.
It seemed to matter. I know he doesn't even notice though, he's having fun. Cool. Oh shit, he just hurt himself, Jamie. Alright, let's get the brace on him.
It was after that Kari stated that they wanted me maintaining the proper vibration on this trip because I was going to have a couple of experiences that I ended up not having because I was out of tune. They couldn't reach me. So hopefully I learned. For the next 6 weeks I'll be thinking about that lesson at least. So hopefully I learned.
As ambassadors of this information, do you have any recommendations on us being more unified in our speaking out?
Yeah, and in the beginning, I really didn't realize how segmented we are with our different belief systems and how strong all of us want to defend them. You know, I've used this scenario, I guess, explanation before, but we are all wandering around trying to figure things out. We're picking up little grains of sand, which are our personal experiences and information that resonates with us. We're taking all those little bits of sand and we're grinding them into a lens. That lens is the only thing we use to take in information. We'll say information is light. Whatever light or new information comes in, we hold up that lens that we've created with our experiences and our belief systems to that light, and we interpret all of this new information through that lens. Well, guess what? That's where all of our distortions are. All of these distortions are in this lens. And so many of us we're so bought in to that lens, that perspective, that we refuse to break it in half and put it with more lenses or grind a new lens. And it looks like, for the most part, a lot of us are just not at that point. But I tried to start something called the Full Disclosure Project, and it's still kind of simmering. If we can get everyone together, and first of all, just agree that none of us have figured it all out. When we do get full disclosure, all of us, even me, who think we've got it all figured out, we're going to have an issue to deal with. We just need to realize that and not focus on all these different differences in our little personal UFO religions and just say, listen, we know we don't know all of the answers. We feel like we have a lot, but how about we just all get together and get the damn answers, And the only way we're going to get them is if we overcome that, all come together and start thumping away at the power structure. Otherwise, we're doing exactly what they programmed us to do. All right, thank you.
get so lucky to be surrounded by so much beauty for work. Got to fly my whole family to Hawaii. Never thought that would happen.